Hello, today we're going to be making Greg Wallace's chocolate pudding puddle. As you can see, we've got some sugar, butter, chocolate, so it's not that healthy. If you are looking for a healthier alternative, I suggest you go for a run instead and just don't have dessert at all. Ingredients: 300 milliliters of milk, 150 grams of caster sugar, 25 grams of self-raising flour, and 25 grams of cocoa powder, which I've all just put into one big bowl. 50 grams of unsalted butter. You can soften it by popping it in the microwave for a couple of seconds if you forgot to take it out earlier. 250 grams of dark chocolate broken into pieces. I broke mine by just breaking up using your hand, but also while it's in its packet, give it a good smash, and with a rolling pin noise tends to help. And 2 eggs that have been separated into their whites and yolks. Mine haven't been separated that well because I'm terrible at it. First thing, turn your oven on and preheat it to a temperature of 180 degrees. So we're going to get the chocolate, pop it into a saucepan. Did it one-handed. Get the milk, and one hand. Add that in as well, and then you turn on the heat and watch it burn while melt. Several minutes later. Now that the milk and chocolate have melted together, we can move on to the other ingredients. Remember to turn the heat off. Now, get your butter and dry ingredients bowl and mix them together. Sometimes we make mistakes, and when we make mistakes we need to admit that we made those mistakes, and I've made a mistake. In the recipe it says to beat the butter and the sugar together without any of the other ingredients there in the bowl also, and I didn't do that. I put all the dry ingredients into the one bowl thinking it'll be fine, they're just dry and, they're immiscible, you may say, and, well, it hasn't really paid off. It should be going light and fluffy, and it just isn't, and so, oh well, I'm going to try and progress anyway, see if I can make some form of chocolatey dessert, and hopefully it doesn't become too bad. I'm sorry I've let myself down, but most of all I've let you down. Now that the sugar and butter have been beaten together, and in my case the cocoa powder and the flour have been beaten in also, it is now time to add the egg yolks. Bam. Once the egg yolks have been beaten in, you then add in your chocolate mixture. Yummy. And now we beat all of that together. To be honest, I kind of want to just dunk my whole face in it right now, and but of course I won't, because I am a chef and I will see this through to creating something beautiful. Okay, so now we need to whisk our egg white, and if you've got a whisk that's great, but mine's gone walkies, so I'm going to use a fork. Yay! My mum came home and we found a automatic whisk, because apparently whisking eggs takes forever. So here we go. Mum to the rescue. So now that the egg white has been whisked as best as it could, we're going to add a quarter of it into our mixture, beat that all together, and then add in the rest. I forgot to film this part. We're then going to put the mixture into this glass bowl, which is itself in a bain-marie that we're then going to fill with boiling water afterwards. And just repeat that until it's full. So my mum is now going to help me add some boiling water to a depth of 2.5 centimetres. Oh yeah.
Very useful thing. Don't ever hold a tin that somebody's pouring boiling water into unless you've got other gloves on. Would you like to put some other gloves on?
Yes. And then we put it in the oven for 30 minutes at 180 degrees. Oof. Balance is not my strong point. Job is done. It's time to tidy up. Back out of the oven in 30 to 35 minutes. So this is the final product, and we're going to check now to see if it's liquid at the bottom. And yep, wait. Okay, it's not entirely liquid, but it's kind of soft at the bottom. So I suppose that's something.
We'll have to try and taste it.
We'll have to.
We'll have to taste it and see if it's delicious.
So I'll go for a wee taste now and see how well the taste is.
It's not so hot.
I know, just need to watch and make sure it's not too hot. Solid. It's good taste. Good chocolatey, earthy taste there, you know. It's not one of these light, flim-flammy, fancy desserts. It's a good dessert to finish off and to fill your stomach with.
Fill your boots.
Fill your boots with. So there we go. I hope you've learned from my mistakes, and if you try it for yourself, I hope you do well with that. Goodbye.